Hey everybody, this one is called Plan for Future Events. Something to everybody needs to be thinking about. Copies of these documents can be found in my private group at Yahoo called Administrating Your Public Servants. For a complete set of YouTube videos with private information shares, a DVD with over 50 searchable law dictionaries and other books and forums, contact me privately at engineerwin@yahoo.com. And donations to support this work are appreciated. I prefer gold or silver coin, but as an extreme less desirable alternative, I can accept the fake money, the military script, the IOUs, the Federal Reserve notes, the PayPal gifts, the checks, the money orders, etc. Send me an email for particulars. So, when you deposit money into your bank account, the money belongs to the bank. Okay, they have a contract, you have a contract with the bank to get it back, but bank deposits are unsecured debts to the bank. Okay, secured debts take priority. You are loaning the bank money. And the banks, the banksters, I should say, are planning a total collapse, and it can happen at any time. Okay, so we got to be thinking about this stuff. We got to be thinking about what we would do and preparing for ourselves and our families. This is the rise of the Phoenix, the magazine from 1988. The Economist magazine predicted the collapse of the New World currency by 2018. Well, folks, it's here. And matter of fact, Deutsche Bank, if you listen to Jim Willey, he talks about Deutsche Bank is getting ready to collapse. It's going through the same things that Lehman Brothers went through before it collapsed. And he's not really saying when it's going to happen, but I'm figuring, probably about the same time of year. They like to do that stuff in September for some reason. And so I'm figuring September. But anyways, so get ready for world currency. Most, not all, cryptocurrencies are outside of bankster control. Blockchain is a trustless system. Most, but not all, cryptocurrencies are impossible to counterfeit. Most, but not all, cryptocurrencies circumvent the bankster thieves. And bankster money is fraud, corruption, taxes, and it's financing our own destruction. So we need to quit putting money in the bank, first of all, and put it in a mattress. If you have to, don't put it in a bank. Quit dealing with the bankster thieves. Quit financing our own destruction. So plan number one. Okay, this video is about some plans that I have and I would recommend other people consider. So I keep as little money as possible in the bank. I actually try and keep less than $100. If I need to make a payment for more, then I deposit enough to cover the payment. And what I'll do sometimes is I'll make a payment through PayPal. In other words, if I want to buy something, I'll buy it through PayPal, and then it shows up in my bank account as a preliminary transaction, putting my account into a negative balance. And so then I just put in enough to cover the negative balance. And so then it's never really there, is it? Anyways, and I am buying cryptocurrencies. I gotta tell you that, and you can do it without bank accounts. There's websites. There's one called, oh man, I can't think of the names right now, but I got a video about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, so I'd say watch that. Anyways, don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel. Don't forget to follow me on Steemit at Sovereignty International. Don't forget to like this video. On YouTube, don't forget to click the bell next to the subscribe button so you're notified when there's a new upload. On Steemit, don't forget to vote and make your comments. And follow me on Real.video when it goes live, okay? I don't have, I've been approved for a profile on Real.video, but they haven't got it to the point that I've set it up yet. So as soon as I get it, I'm going to have it. Anyways, and that's my BitChute profile. This is my YouTube page. The subscribe button is not red, so it's been checked. And the arrow is pointing at the bell. You click on the bell, and a pop-up will come up, and you check the box and click OK, and you're notified about uploads. This is Steemit. The left arrow is pointing at where you do your upvotes. The middle arrow is the number of upvotes, and the right arrow is pointing at comments, and all of those are good on Steemit. This is Steemit again. The arrow is pointing at the crypto wallet profile. The mouse is actually touching the crypto wallet profile, and this pop-up comes down and where you can follow or unfollow someone. So Real ID. The U.S. Congress pigs are busy compelling everybody into their Real ID scam. The purpose is to fabricate evidence of their testamentary trust slaves so their British accredited Regency bar member whores can assault you with one of their so-called contracts. Write letters to the U.S. Congress pigs demanding the repeal of their Real ID scam. Okay, that is exactly what's going on right there, and we need to demand that be repealed. That is nothing but a bunch of crap. Use alternative credentials like NSCA.US credentials or credentials obtained from catman1@gmail.com. Tom at NSCA.US told me that slaves use ID and we the people use credentials. So I got to get my terminology straight. And thank you, Tom, for letting me know about that. Catman sent me a postal money order and I took it to the post office, and the post office cashed it with Catman's credentials. And so Catman puts a lot of study and thought into his IDs, and I highly recommend them. Definitely those Tom at NSCA.US and Catmans are the best that I know about. There could be other ones out there. I don't have all the answers, but be considering that and be using it. If you have any Real ID, never produce it, okay? Never give evidence against yourself. But date of birth is hearsay, okay? Again, it's all about giving evidence against yourself. And just don't produce it, okay? Lock it up. Never give evidence against yourself. A date of birth is hearsay. My blog is sovereigntyinternational.wordpress.com. My website is sovereigntyinternational.fyi. My email address is engineerwin@yahoo.com. My YouTube profile, Sovereign Living. My Facebook community page is deleted. My private group at Facebook called Sovereignty International is being deleted. It takes time to ban 17,000 people off your group. My Yahoo private group is called Administering Your Public Servants. My Google private group is called Administering Your Public Servants. Follow me on Twitter at EngineerWin. Follow me on Real.video when it's set up. Follow me on Steemit at Sovereignty International, and that's my BitChute profile at the bottom. Anyways, this has all been planned and orchestrated. There's homeless people everywhere. The cities are going to break down into chaos. Many people are already homeless. Homeless people do not have the ability to fight the banksters. That's all planned. This is Colonel Edward Mandel House in a private meeting with Woodrow Wilson. They will be stripped of their rights and given a commercial value designed to make us a profit, and they will be none the wiser, for not one man in a million could ever figure our plans, and if by accident one or two would figure it out, we have in our arsenal plausible deniability. Oh, gee, I didn't know that was what was happening. Yeah, right. After all, this is the only logical way to fund government by floating liens and debt to the registrants in the form of benefits and privileges. This will inevitably reap to us huge profits beyond our wildest expectations and leave every American a contributor to this fraud, which we will call social insurance. Without realizing it, every American will insure us for any loss we may incur, and in this manner, every American will unknowingly be our servant, however begrudgingly. The people will become helpless, I should say, without any hope for their redemption, and we will employ the high office of the president of our dummy corporation to foment this plot against America. Yep, and that's what's done. Oh, and this is taken from the Banker's Manifesto of 1934. Capital must protect itself in every way through combination and through legislation. Combination means secret, lying, scheming. Okay. Debts must be collected and loans and mortgages foreclosed as soon as possible. When through a process of law the common people have lost their homes, they will be more tractable and more easily governed by the strong arm of the law applied by the central power of wealth under the control of leading financiers. You think all these homeless people are an accident? People without homes will not quarrel with their leaders. This is well known among our principal men now engaged in forming an imperialism of capital to govern the world. By dividing the people, we can get them to expend their energies in fighting over questions of no importance to us except as teachers of the common herd. Thus, by discreet action, we can secure for ourselves what has been generally planned and successfully accomplished. You think all these homeless people are there by accident, folks? It's time to wake up to what's going on. I believe that banking institutions are more dangerous to our liberties than standing armies. If the American people ever allow private banks to control the issue of their currency, first by inflation, then by deflation, the banks and corporations that will grow up around the banks will deprive the people of all property until their children wake up homeless on the continent their fathers conquered. Boy, is that ever prophetic. The issuing power should be taken from the banks and restored to the people to whom it properly belongs. If all bank loans were paid, no one would have a bank deposit that would not be a dollar of currency or coin in circulation. This is a staggering thought. We are completely dependent on the commercial banks. Someone has to borrow every dollar we have into circulation, cash or credit. If the banks create ample synthetic money, we are prosperous, and if not, we starve. We are absolutely without a permanent monetary system. When one gets a complete grasp upon the picture, the tragic absurdity of our hopeless situation is almost incredible. But there it is. The banking problem is the most important subject intelligent persons can investigate and reflect upon. It is so important that our present civilization may collapse unless it is widely understood and the defects remedied very soon. Robert H. Hemphill, Credit Manager of the Federal Reserve Bank of Atlanta. The American Revolution was fought primarily over King George III's Currency Act. The refusal of King George III to allow the colonies to operate an honest money system which freed the ordinary man from the clutches of the money manipulators was probably the prime cause of the revolution. Very soon, every American will be required to register their biological property in a national system designed to keep track of the people that will operate under the ancient system of pledging. By such methodology, we can compel people to submit to our agenda, which will affect our security as a chargeback for our fiat paper currency. Every American will be forced to register or suffer not being able to work and earn a living. Why do you think there's 100 million Americans that are not in the workforce nowadays? They will be our chattel. We will hold the security interest over them forever by operation of the law merchant under the scheme of secured transactions. Americans, by unknowingly or unwittingly delivering the bills of lading to us, will be rendered bankrupt and insolvent forever to remain economic slaves through taxation secured by their pledges. I am a most unhappy man. I have unwittingly ruined my country. A great industrial nation is controlled by its system of credit. The growth of the nation, therefore, and all our activities are in the hands of a few men. We have come to be one of the worst ruled, one of the most completely controlled and dominated world governments in the civilized world, a government by the opinion and duress of a small group of dominant men. And that was Wilson, President Wilson in 1921. And you think it's changed? It's worse. It's way worse. After he passed the Federal Reserve Act, which instituted the fractional reserve system in the United States. So, Plan 3. I guess you might call me a prepper. Because I plan to buy land away from the city. Matter of fact, I've already got the land. And with no debt, bring forward all the rights and privileges of the original land patent. I've got several videos with instructions, and I would encourage other people to do it. We need to build Christian covenant communities, folks. Use solar and alternative energy so you're not connected to the utility companies. If you're paying property taxes, then you do not own the land. Have a plan to go to your land on short notice if needed, and start preparing. Check out my other videos, Bankster Thieves Playlist, Roman Cult Playlist, Bankrupt Corporate So-Called Governments, Bar Members 1 through 3, Do-It-Yourself, How Not to Volunteer for the Selective Service in the Draft, Martial Laws here, Do-It-Yourself, No Income Tax, Do-It-Yourself, Free Mail, Do-It-Yourself, Kangaroo Courts 1 through 15, Canada Border Pigs Playlist, Bar Members and their Satanic Connections Playlist. Plan number 4. Buy gold, silver, cryptocurrencies, food storage, guns, and ammunition. Research cryptocurrencies that are not controlled by the banksters. I'm buying silver and cryptocurrencies, and I've got guns and I've got ammunition. And I would encourage everybody to have at least some of all of that. Vid.me shut down on the 15th of December, and the YouTube channel called Sovereignty International is deleted. I made the exclusive content available on my website. I have 2 subscription levels, and I accept cryptocurrencies. The basic subscription level is $29.99 a year for the videos only. The platinum subscription level is $49.99 a year for videos plus unlimited consultations. Now, there are limitations on that because I am not a liar. Well, I'm in an attorney. No, I'm in a liar. But I can tell you what I would do and where to find the forms. And people on previous subscription plans will remain on that plan as long as they renew it. Now, as far as my unlimited consultations is concerned, it does not include phone calls, it does not include babysitting, it does not include preparing documents or reviewing documents. The only power that these New World Order Satanists have over us is through fraud and deception, and my agenda is to expose it for all our benefit. But I cannot fight all the battles. I need other people being on point and fighting the battles. And so if you want to make a donation, or buy a subscription just as a mechanism of making a donation, it's a modest donation, there's no doubt about it, but everything is appreciated. And so I'm currently publishing a video a week, and then the bottom 2 links, the first link is my videos that are available on my website. I have links to all my videos so you can, for studying. Okay, so they're organized by different categories, and you can go through because they're kind of hard to find on YouTube. So if you click the link on the website, then and it'll give you so you can study them by topics. And then the second link is to the subscription videos that are also on my website. Some of the exclusive content is Arlington Private Information Share, which is 9 videos by itself. I've also got a lawyer's bar member's attorney number 4 video that's not even listed here. Land deed training, there's 2 videos. Estoppel certificates training, foreclosure estoppel certificates training. Maybe that's the one that's 2 videos. Corporate denial training, toll roads notice and demand training, invoice training, notice of void judgment training, revocation of signature training, third-party witness training, federal habeas corpus training, revocation of voter registration training. And there's the bar members number 4. Criminal complaint training, there's a couple videos about that, and there'll probably be more as issues come up. Lawsuit training, I don't have that one up yet. I'm still working on that. And then other training requests that people might have. All forms, files, and other instructions are available for free on my 2 private groups at Yahoo Groups and Google Groups, and all exclusive content's available on my website, and you can buy a subscription there. So plan number 5 is work towards being self-reliant. Get off the grid, use solar power, have a water well, have a garden, use alternative remedies. I'm telling you, the more we do that, the more we're going to be protected from this stuff. And we need to be prepared to help other people when the world falls apart and they're looking for alternatives. So we need to set ourselves up and be prepared to help other people too. Plan number 6 is start to transition yourself away from the city to your land. Grow a garden, become self-reliant, network with your neighbors and other people nearby who are of a like mind. Okay, so no man is a mountain. You cannot do it all by yourself. You're going to need other people to help, and that's why you want to network, and that's always important. Anyways, that was it. That's my whole video. I guess I'm called a prepper. Under the Obama administration, I'd be called a terrorist. But so-called General Mattis says the war on terror is over, although they still have all of their real ID crap in place. So make sure and write to Congress and tell them repeal that real ID piece of crap act. Anyways, thanks for watching. Have a great day.